Grandma and Grandpa would have been texting in.
Okay, that thing's got a blue light. This has got a every 2-second flash.
Yeah.
Means it's hooked up.
They're white and we're...
You see him down there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I think that's the way I set it up, right?
Huh? Yeah, you got it.
Cool. Very serious about that.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're live on this end. Very nice. Not muted, correct? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are for some Thanksgiving hockey. Hope you folks at home tuning in. This will be the first game for your Mtn Select 12UA team.
Yeah, 74 is my son, and his son's all white goalie.
Don't know yet. Our coach always leaves it till we don't know until they start.
They play full games, or do
Yeah.
they ever switch?
Yeah.
Same with us.
So we will be here at the, where are we? I don't know what the name of this rink is right now. To watch game 1 of the Littleton Mile High Cup here for Thanksgiving against Arapahoe. The Ice Ranch, that's where we are, that's right. There come a bunch of the normal competitors for our 12UA team. Of course, the Arapahoe club here, played against them pretty regularly. Littleton Hawks are here. I believe, I'm not sure if Boulder is here, but I've seen Colorado Springs Tigers are here. Like I said, a bunch of the normal front range competitors for our boys. First tournament against them this fall was the Silver Sticks, and your Mtn Select team did very well. They ended up coming second for their age group. Pretty awesome. Beat a bunch of good teams, and we'll see what they have today. See if they can come in. I'm sure a lot of these teams have improved, and I'm sure that Mtn Select has improved as well. I think that the only head-to-head matchup between these two programs so far this year was a win by Mtn Select, but it was not easy. I'm sure it will be not easy today. We'll see if these boys are prepared mentally to get going right off the bat. Coach Slava had a practice yesterday for them to get back on the same, get them all on the same page as they've been playing with all their respective home teams. So yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, last weekend, all these players were playing against each other in regular season WCHL games, and now they are playing with each other. It's a pretty awesome opportunity that they get to play against each other and then with each other regularly on the weekends. The two goalies that dress for this game, as usual, will be Bennett Hamilton and Wyatt Jardy. Wyatt's in number 1. I think Bennett's number 30 for this program. The two goalies split the ice. We don't know who's going to get this first start. Pretty much don't know until the puck is dropped who is going to be the starter. And he tends not to run a straight rotation. The goalies will generally play the whole game, but they don't, necessarily alternate. Coach Slava will be choosing the opponents for each of the goalies depending on their strengths, as far as who thinks gives them a better chance to win. Of course, I am Bennett's dad, so I'm extra nervous. Sure, all the parents are nervous. Have you heard anything about any healthy scratches or anything like that? Everybody's here as far as we know? Cool. Here's it. We'll be skating with a full roster as far as we know. I heard there was one family that was off on a Thanksgiving trip, but I heard they were flying in today, and I saw the dad this morning, so I believe we have a full roster, which is great. There are a bunch of good hockey players. Watching this Arapahoe team warm up, they're a bunch of good hockey players too. Definitely been nice. This Mtn Select program is getting all these kids an opportunity to play against the best programs in the state. As a group, been really, really good for their development. Coach Slava has been an excellent coach and mentor for all these kids. They've gotten really good, and they play really well as a team. On that subject, the level they're playing now, you got to play as a team. Individual heroism will not get you very far at this level of play, so the guys definitely have to move the puck, move their skates, think quickly, make quick decisions. All right, teams are getting their teams together around the net with the goalie, and then they'll pick up their pucks and head over to the benches for some last-minute encouragement and instruction from their coaches. And then the puck will drop, and away we go. This rink is funny. They built it not really much consideration for spectators. So there's a little tiny balcony that we're all perched up on here with largely obstructed views with these giant girders which hold the roof up. So I'll be pacing around back here. I may or may not be able to get an accurate call on all the play that's going on. And of course I'll be working to remember the players' names to go with their numbers. All right, it looks as though Wyatt Jardy is getting the start in this game. Wyatt's from Steamboat, been playing great this season. In front of him, puck is dropped. Bankert wins it forward, puck goes into the zone. Looks like the first chance might be by Select. They've got possession in the offensive zone. Backhand cross across from Riegler, misses everybody. Gets it back again though. Oh, he dropped it just when he had an opportunity to skate in on the net. Overskated the puck, nothing happened. Puck came out of the zone. Bankert coming across the offensive zone, looking ahead. Gets a shot towards the net, that hits a defensive player and gets knocked down. Picked up by the Arapahoe team. Coming down the right wing. Player gets stripped of the puck. Still has it, gets a shot towards Wyatt. Wyatt deflects it up into the glass. Puck is coming up to Bankert. Bankert's going up the right wing. Tries to get pucked forward to Kai Riegler, but it is knocked down by a Arapahoe player. Puck is bouncing around in front of the Select bench. Arapahoe comes into the zone. Nicely stripped by Kinghorn. Puck comes back into the Arapahoe defensive zone. Player goes for a defensive zone regroup. He gets it forward to his wing and shovels it down deep and heads off for a change. Kinghorn has it, reverses it to Tucker Murray, back to Kinghorn. Kinghorn looking up the boards. Got out of the zone, comes out on Popek's stick, I think. Popek, no, that was Brenner. Popek goes for a shot. Players converge on him. Brenner sticks his head in there and gets the puck, comes away with it. Couldn't quite get the shot off. Gets it to Popek. Popek spins it out to Cipriani, who was at the half boards. Comes up to Tucker Murray. He sends it deep to Popek. Popek sends it down to Brenner. Brenner across to Cipriani. Nice opportunity there, but the defender did a good job with his stick, knocking that one down. Popek with the puck down low, dangles out in front, puts it on. Oh, just missed Brenner. Murray with a shot. Nice save by the goalie, sends it into the corner. Popek with the puck, goes off the boards to Rize, who's playing defense. Back over to Murray. Murray sends it down low. Cipriani spins, battling for it. Arapahoe player hits a shin pad and bounces forward. Arapahoe's coming out of the zone. They seem to not really have numbers, 2-on-2. Sends the puck in for a change. Defender for Select turns. Sends it up the boards. Breakout is effective. Puck coming out of the zone. Coming through center ice. Players send it deep and go for a change. Next group of Select players are out on the ice. I'll try harder with the player numbers. Dylan Garvey was just chasing the puck on the forecheck. Then Weinreich sending it down low. Nice. Garvey with a great back check. Picked up the puck, but he ends up getting knocked down. I'm sorry, that was actually Asher. Puck towards the net, saved by Wyatt. Puck's coming through center ice. Arapahoe player squeezes Garvey off of the puck. Sends it around behind his own net. Chipped up the boards. Good skate there by Arapahoe player. Comes into the zone. Tries to send it across to his teammates, but misses everybody. Select. Oh. All right, Mora had a hard time with that puck. Sends it down low. Good forecheck there. Banker turns, spins. Oh, gets hit from behind. No call on that. Kai Riegler gets shouldered off the puck aggressively there. Arapahoe player sends it up, comes out of the zone to Sawyer. She goes D to D. Sent back in again by Kinghorn. Arapahoe player behind his own net, turns, goes up the boards. Banker's coming out, going to get a shot off. Defender knocks it down with a good block. Comes out to the blue line. Sawyer just sends it down low. Riegler on the forecheck, puck gets past him. Arapahoe coming out with speed. Player makes a move, steps on a stick and goes down. I don't see an arm in the air, so no penalty there. Select player has the puck, bouncing around just up by the blue line, goes across D to D. Arapahoe player with a shot towards Wyatt. That goes wide left. Puck comes out to the blue line. Arapahoe player turns, tries to send it deep. We have players coming into the zone. Riegler looking for a shot, gets hacked at, gets a shot off. Goalie makes a save and squeezes it off for a whistle. Wow, first whistle in the game. That's been a lot of play, non-stop action, almost 5 minutes of end-to-end action without any whistles. Fun stuff. These kids are flying. Both teams looking good out there. Who's number 17 for us again?
Mora.
Mora, thank you. That's what I thought. Puck is dropped in the Arapahoe zone, picked up by Select. Tucker Murray sends it down to Popek. Popek's coming across, sends it over to Nolan Rizet. Nolan has it. He goes in, gets pinched off the boards, pinched off the puck by the Arapahoe player. Now Arapahoe's coming out of the zone. Good back check by Brenner, but he ends up keeping the stick. He turns the puck, he turns, shoots it towards Wyatt, goes wide of the net. Puck is on the far half boards, bouncing around. Brenner's in there, comes around. Nolan chases after behind his own net. He looks up, he's got a winger. Sends it hard off the glass, picked up by Popek at center ice. Popek gets stripped to the puck, 2 players. Cipriani turns, shoots, puck is, oh, circus catch there by the goalie. He makes the save with his stick, pops it up in the air and catches it with his glove for no rebound. That was a nice play by Cipriani to get to center ice and get that shot off. It's like a line change for both teams. Select is out there with Garvey, Weinreich, and Asher. Garvey has it, sends it out to the blue line. D to D, goes down low, hits the ref skates. Ref sends it forward up to a Arapahoe player. Arapahoe sends it far side, player's coming down. Tough angle shot, scores! Oh, that's a rough one there. He was almost all the way down to the blue line. Wyatt was up against the post, and the player was able to get a little bit of space and just lifted up over his near shoulder into the top of the net for a 1-0 Arapahoe lead. That was a very nice shot by that player. All right, Select's going to have to find something here, get a couple more scoring opportunities. They've had a few extended possession times in the Arapahoe zone. Puck is won back. Mora Burnett comes back, sends it up to his winger, comes back to Mora. He sends it out, but it misses the next player and is picked up by Arapahoe. Comes back into the Select zone. They chip it forward. It's bouncing around at center ice. Comes into the Arapahoe zone, still going forward. Garvey gets hauled down. Weinreich goes after it. Puck is picked up by the Arapahoe player. He shovels a backhand around to his teammate who comes through center ice. He tries to get a shot. Puck came up to the blue line but did not come all the way out of the zone. Arapahoe has it down low, looking for an opportunity to put it out in front, gets it out in front. No shot, there's a shot. Hard shot on the ice, and Wyatt with a good save. Puck is bounced up over the glass and behind him for out of play for a whistle. Face-off will be down on the select zone. Puck is dropped to Wyatt's left, comes up to the blue line. Arapahoe player sends it down low. The man out front. Nice job there by Weinreich to pick that up. Intercept that in the slot before there's a scoring opportunity. Sawyer wins the puck down low. She reverses. Player hits her from behind. Come on, where's the call on that? Goes D to D. Puck comes up the boards, looking for Bankert. Puck comes out of the zone, back in the zone, offsides against Arapahoe. Puck is going to be dropped just outside of the Arapahoe zone. I'm sorry, the select zone. Ref gets the players arranged the way he wants them for the face-off. Ready to puck to drop the puck. Telling the players on this side that they have to stay back. Puck is dropped, Arapahoe wins it. Defenseman sends it in deep. Sawyer chips it up the boards. Does not quite come out of the zone. Arapahoe turns, they have it on the half boards again. Select players just can't quite get a hold of that puck. Puck's going to come out. Shot, good save, Wyatt. You can see that clearly from here. That was a good shot towards the top corner by that Arapahoe player. Wyatt Jerdy totally had a beat on it, knocked it down with his blocker. Puck is again in the one part of the rink where we really can't see it. Finally comes out of the zone. It's in center ice. Comes back into the Arapahoe zone. Arapahoe player sends it forward. Picked up by Kai Riegler. He sends it ahead, goes chugging after it down in the corner. Player from Arapahoe does a good job of protecting the puck with his body, but Bankert has it. He goes diagonally out to the blue line, comes across. Popek looking up. Popek sends it across to the defender on this side. Nolan Rizet with a good shot towards the net. That gets knocked down before it got there. That was a nice work there. Rizet with another shot towards the net. This one's cleared out by a Arapahoe defender. Puck comes back to Tucker Murray. He spins in his own zone. Goes D to D to Nolan. Nolan looks up. Gets to the red line, sends it ahead. On sides, I guess. Puck is bouncing around in a couple skates. Kai Riegler comes back, picks that up. Tries to go off the boards to himself, but that didn't work out. Puck comes back out to center ice. Kind of on the blue line transition between center ice and the select zone. Ends up going deep. Arapahoe player sends it softly into the slot. Nothing happens. Shot from the blue line gets knocked down. Good save by Wyatt Jerdy there with the leg pad. Breakout on the far side. Got the puck up to Cipriani. Defender on him. Cipriani leans into him. Tries to put the puck out front, but he could not get it out there with one hand. Arapahoe does a nice job of clearing it with the next breakout, but the breakout pass is behind the player. Coach is extolling him to skate. Puck goes in deep. Gus Funky has it, goes up the boards. Comes out onto a Arapahoe player's stick, but it could not quite control it. It goes through the ref's legs. Now it's picked up by Arapahoe. They send it deep. Gus Funky back to get it. Arapahoe player still has control of it. Comes out, tries to get it out front from behind. David Mora does a nice job of stealing the puck from him. He sends a nice, strong pass over to Popek. Popek goes for the reverse hit and puck gets past him. I thought Popek touched that. Icing against the select program. Both teams will get line changes. Five minutes left in the first period. 1-0 in favor of Arapahoe. Face off in the select zone to Wyatt's right. Puck is dropped. Weinreich wins the puck back to Sawyer. Sawyer has it, tries to send it up the boards, but it gets knocked down. Puck goes back behind. Sawyer has to change direction. Gets it up to her winger, but a winger, Asher, had that pass knocked down. Comes back to Sawyer. Goes back over to probably Kinghorn. Kinghorn sends it ahead. Select player coming down the near boards. And that'll be a whistle for offsides. Hard to say. Got the Dillons line out there. 2 Dillons and an Asher. Comes up to Sawyer. She sends it ahead to Asher. He chips it ahead. Weinreich was after it. Puck comes out of the zone. Just as he was waiting for Weinreich to get back on sides, a player knocked him down from behind. Pinch there by Kinghorn. Players coming in. Good back check there by the Select program. Weinreich turns. He's coming out of the zone. Sends it ahead. Goes for a change. Going to call a whistle on that. Call an icing on that, and whistle will play dead. Faceoff's going to come back down the Select zone. Liking what I'm seeing from Select. They're playing hard, they're playing well, they're making their decisions quickly and moving quickly. Both teams are, actually. I think that this game will most likely come down to the very end. These two teams seem very evenly matched. Put out in front. Wyatt with a great save from a shot from the hash mark. So it was a good play by Arapahoe. Get the puck on that player's stick. Puck enters the zone. Select is offsides. And to just go ahead and commit to the forecheck, I think. Arapahoe's doing a good job of challenging our forwards as they come up and enter the zone, their offensive zone, and mucking them up a little bit. So I think that they should probably just count more on the forecheck, just put the puck in deep and go and get it. All right, Dylan Banker, Kai Riegler, and Zach Lauerman are out there now for forwards. Puck goes far side. Zach couldn't quite get there in time. Arapahoe player picks it up, hits his man coming through center ice with speed, but he loses an edge and falls down. Bankert goes ahead to Lauerman. Lauerman couldn't quite get it deep before he's offside. Tucker Murray with a nice move at the blue line goes in. Sends it ahead to Kai. Kai moves it ahead again. He's looking up. He's going to try to get it out in front for Lauerman. Comes back to Rize. Nolan with a shot coming. Sends it down low instead. Player knocked down by a Arapahoe player. He just swats at it, sends it the length of the ice. It should be an icing in the other direction. Face-off will be right down here at our feet in the Arapahoe zone. 3 minutes left in the first period. Score is 1-0 in favor of Arapahoe. And with my obstructed view, I didn't see that our Select team has a power play now. 42 seconds left on the power play. Popek out there with Cipriani and Brenner. Arapahoe manages to win the face-off and send it far side. Goes log wraps all the way around. Sent ahead, intercepted nicely there by a Arapahoe player on the pass by Funky. Just pushed into the corner, sends it out to the blue line. Blue line player sends a shot down low, hits his teammate in the back, so it's just sent down deep. Arapahoe is doing a good job on this penalty kill. 15 seconds left on the power play for Summit. Come to the blue line. Popek with some space, making space. Brenner with a shot coming. Oh, just off the outside of the post. It's up into the glass. Crossbar, actually, most likely by why it ended up. Brenner was attempting to recreate the shot that the Arapahoe player scored on from a tough angle going up over the goalie's shoulder, up underneath the crossbar. It was just a few inches away from tying the game. 2 seconds left on the power play for Select. Face-off will be to their goalie's left. Face-off is won by the Arapahoe player. He sends it ahead to the man coming out of the box. Maura Burnett comes back and takes it from him. Comes up near side. That's a little bit out of our player's reach. And goes in for an icing call against Mountain Select. Face-off will be in the Select zone to Wyatt's left. Puck is dropped, one back by Arapahoe. Cipriani comes out on the forecheck. Player sends it down low. Shot towards Wyatt, goes wide. Player might have been looking for a stick to deflect it in. Arapahoe possessing the puck a little bit down in the zone. Player is on him. Too many players in deep. Player tries the wraparound shot. Jurdy has that covered. Rebound comes out to a Select player, sends it ahead just out of Cipriani's reach. He gets to it, makes a move back, tries to send it towards the net, but slightly slowed down. Popek is battling for it. Cipriani goes in to help him. He falls down. Other player falls down. Popek has some space, but the puck is not his friend right now. He spins, he dangles. He's trying to find space to put it out in front. Two players converge on him. Cipriani steps in. He gets the puck, sends it up the boards. Here comes out to Sawyer. Sawyer goes over to Kinghorn. Kinghorn sends it down low as his shot lane was covered. Popek battling hard. Good physical play down low. Here comes Arapahoe out of the zone with speed. Kinghorn is back. Good job with the poke check on that. Sawyer is back. She covers the next attempt. Comes out in front. Arapahoe player turns, spins it towards the net. Doesn't come out. Does come out of the zone. Cipriani is after it. He sends it ahead. Select goes for a change. Less than 1 minute left in the first period. Puck comes out to Garvey. Garvey tries a self-pass, but the player steps in his way and he falls down. Gets the puck back, same thing. Oh, I don't know, man. They play a slightly more physical game down here than we do. Puck is bouncing around at our feet here. Can't see it, trying to get it across to Garvey, who's open out there. Garvey with the puck, lifts it. Oh, just goes over the top corner of the net. Comes out to the blue line, but no, it wasn't quick enough. There's 20 seconds left. Arapahoe's coming through center ice with some speed. Player makes a nice little dangle move, but he gets it to his teammate. Bouncing puck couldn't be controlled, sends it down low. Puck is bouncing around behind the goal line. Gets it out in front, backhander, goes wide of the net. 5 seconds left. So you can smother this before there's one more scoring opportunity. That is the end of the first period. Holy cow.
I feel like I could close my eyes
Oh,
and still know
good.
what's going on.
Thank you. That's my goal.
Good.
All right, be back in just a couple seconds after intermission.
Yep.
All right. So, of course, the teams switch ends. Puck is sent in deep. A Arapahoe player comes around, tries to do the wraparound. Almost rhymes. Nice stop there by Wyatt to pay attention to that and get a leg pad down on that. Kai Riegler with a good shot from outside, but it goes over the top of the net. Bankert looks up, sends it out to the blue line. Maura Burnett sends a shot towards the net. That's knocked down by a Arapahoe player's shin pad. Gus Funky has the puck. He sends it ahead to Bankert. Bankert gets met at the blue line. Back to Bankert, trying to get past the one. No, couldn't get past the one player at the blue line. Arapahoe wins it. Now they're coming into the zone. Player down there, right wing, tries to send it across, but he gets it back. He spins, sends it down low again. That goes off the iron on the side of the net. Wyatt's stick got caught up in the player, so he's without his stick right now. It's right next to him, but probably the smart thing is to pay attention. Tries to catch that with his glove. Dylan Bankert has the puck far side. He's moving the puck forward. He just goes ahead, smartly takes the icing while Wyatt did not have a stick.
Do you want to do it? Okay.
Save your back.
if you want to trade, when you're filming this way, it ends up like your back is like,
All right, face-off will be to Wyatt's left. It's one back by Select. Kinghorn takes it, goes back D to D over to Sawyer. Sawyer tries to send it up to Popek, now gets it there, but the player gets there at the same time. Popek turns off of the boards, could not get away from the boards with the puck. The Arapahoe player wins it, starts taking it towards the net. Cipriani has it on the far side. He gets the puck forward, tries to get it through the ref's skates. That is picked off by an Arapahoe player. Gets up to the blue line. Popek's got some space, see if he can get a shot off. Player pushes him down. Much more of a almost checking game here. Popek had a little bit of space and the player reached out, gave him a solid shove on the hips and pushed him down. I think that would be called in a lot of. All right. Still 1-0 in favor of Arapahoe. Period number 2, 13 minutes left in this period. Puck is dropped in the Arapahoe zone.
I'm throwing your way. Got nowhere to be now.
Nowhere to be. Puck comes out to center ice. Sawyer has it. He sends it forward, but it hits the ref. Goes into the zone. Popek knocks it down, sends it ahead for Brenner. Sent up the boards, hits the glass. Player takes it away from Popek. He's coming through center ice. Sawyer with a good close eye on him. Comes in, makes it to the center, tries to chip it across, but it's knocked down by a good shin pad by the Select. Oh, good save by Wyatt. Arapahoe's come out getting a little bit better of the chances since the intermission. Selects get back on their toes again. Breakout, going forward, picked up. Brenner was trying to get into the zone. I think he might have lost that puck in the ref's skates. Puck is sent in on Wyatt, and he just covers that as the next player in was going to be somebody from Arapahoe. Face-off will be in the Select zone to Wyatt's left. Looking at Asher. Tucker Murray's on defense. And the two Weinreichs, Asher and the two Dillons. Here we go. We got two Dillons with a 2-on-1. Heading into the zone. Right across. Oh, good defensive play by that Arapahoe player. He dove and knocked that crossing pass down just at the last second. Puck comes out to Tucker Murray. Tucker makes a nice move on the blue line, sends the puck ahead. Asher sends it down deep to go get. Asher saw Dylan Weinreich, I think, out in front, but the puck did not make it all the way there. Good job on the keep. Oh, unfortunately, it wasn't a total keep. Puck comes back to Tucker. Tucker sends it off the boards to the far blue line, picked up by Arapahoe. Arapahoe comes into the zone now. Puck comes over, Nolan Rize deflects it into the corner and then goes to get it. He sends it up the glass. Comes out over onto Weinreich's stick. Weinreich gets to the red line. He's going to send it down low and go for a change. Lauerman in after it on the forecheck, chooses the wrong side of the net. Puck comes up. Bankert, oh, good intercept. Oh, shame. That would have been a really nice intercept there by Rize. But the puck just kind of came off the end of his stick and came out of the zone. Arapahoe player gets to the blue line. He carries it in. Funky watches him, sends the puck around to the outside. Funky does a nice job, pokes that off of his stick. Goes behind for Bankert. Bankert has to reverse behind his own net. Player is on him. Bankert, there's a 2-on-2 battle going back there. Arapahoe with a strong forecheck here. Lauerman stepping in, hoping that puck's going to bounce out to him so he can skate away. Still no whistle. Puck's moving. Puck comes out. Here comes Lauerman. The Arapahoe player makes the choice to pinch, and it works out for him. He gets there first. Centering pass doesn't work. That should be offsides against Arapahoe. Although actually that was in favor. That whistle was in favor of Arapahoe. It looked like Select was going to have an opportunity for some speed through center ice. Save up in the top corner there. Are you trying to do the clock? Oh, save it again. The clock is the blue, the green buttons on the right side. Arapahoe's coming into the zone, coming down the left wing. Stripped by Sawyer. Nice job there, Sawyer. He gets it back. Picked off that time by Brenner, I think. Yeah, Brenner stepped in and helped out Sawyer. Puck goes up the boards. Cipriani was there. Puck bounced over his stick. Shot on net, saved by Wyatt. Puck is in the zone. Kinghorn playing the player rough. Nice job there, Gavin. Popek has it. He sends the puck over to Cipriani. Sorry about that. Cipriani heading down the left wing. A little bit of space, goes towards the middle, looking for a shot. Gets met by a couple players. Puck's down low now. See who comes away with it. Arapahoe does. Arapahoe coming back through center ice. Stripped of the puck nicely there by Popek. He gets knocked down. Kinghorn sends it across the blue line. He goes ahead, but it picked off by the Arapahoe player. Coming up the far side there, Dylan Garvey falls, but the puck moves forward. Popek goes in on the forecheck. Player retreats behind his own net. Turns, sends it up the boards. Sent up the far side, just squeaks out of the zone. Back under Nolan Rize's stick. Nice strong pass across to Gavin Kinghorn, who tries to send it up off the boards, but it ends up hitting our coach on the bench for a whistle. So there's about 9 minutes left in the second period. Score is still 1-0 in favor of Arapahoe. Puck is won back to Murray. Murray sends it over to Nolan. Nolan sends it up the boards. Weinreich is there. Wins the puck on the boards. Puck goes up over the player's shoulders and out of play. Just next to the select bench. Face-off should be in the zone. To the Arapahoe goalie's right. Lauerman will take the face-off. Wins it back, hits a skate, gets it back again. Oh, deflected shot goes just wide. Good attempt there by Lauerman. Puck is sent up the far side. Goes back to Rize. Rize sends it down deep. Forecheck is on for these guys. Arapahoe with a nice breakout dipsy doodle pass there. Player chips it ahead through center ice. Oh, looks like we got a player coming in. Backhand chance. Wyatt Jurdy, great save in close. Player, big hustle there by Tucker Murray to get back and force the player to one side. He slaps out a backhand. Wyatt makes a good save, freezes the puck for a whistle. About 8 minutes left in the second period. Puck is won back by Arapahoe. Shot towards the net, hits a player, goes into the far corner. Maura Burnett with a good job to knock that puck down. Bankert goes behind his own net. He has the puck, reverses it back over to Lauerman. Lauerman sends it up the boards. Does not get out past. Knocked down nicely by Gus there, Funky. Once again, we're going to try the breakout. We've got Lauerman coming through center ice with speed. Puck is ahead to, couldn't quite tell who that was. Comes back into center ice. Players making some nice moves there. Good defense by Gus to negate him. Puck comes out front. Bankert has it once again. He's got Kai ahead of him. Player coming off the bench for Arapahoe, evens up the numbers. Bankert comes in offsides. Riegler had stepped in a little early on the far side over there to make an offside. It was a shame. There was an opportunity brewing right there. As the Arapahoe program was getting some changes done, they were a little bit out of sorts. Face-off will be just outside the Arapahoe zone in front of the select player bench. Puck is dropped. Popek takes it back, gets it to Sawyer. Sawyer ahead to Brenner. Brenner gets it up to Cipriani, but the puck ends up going deep into the corner. The Arapahoe player could not get out of the zone. I think Popek's over there battling for it. It's just inside the blue line. Cipriani down, nope, Cipriani's up here. Brenner goes after the puck. It is sent diagonally across the center ice to a Arapahoe player. It was almost offsides, but no whistle, no offsides. Arapahoe looking, trying to put it out front. Everybody's covered. He makes a nice spin move there. Still trying to get it out in front. Nice play by Wyatt to be hard on the post. Arapahoe player gets a backhand shot off and then falls onto the net and knocks it off its moorings, so that'll be a face-off in the select zone. They aren't keeping track of shots on the scoreboard. I feel that Arapahoe may have a slight advantage in the shot count. But again, this game could go either way. Ref calls it unfair face-off there. Is number 17. Is that your boy? Number 17?
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 17 gets called for leaning on his opponent too quickly there. Oh, nice move there by the player to take it down low. Arapahoe player has it down behind the net. He's looking to put it up on a stick, gets it out to the blue line. Arapahoe player, his shot options were all covered, so he sends the puck low. Kinghorn has it, sends it up the boards, comes back to the same Arapahoe player. Tries to make a move along the boards, comes out, bouncing around. Here comes Select. They have a possible 3-on-1 developing here. Heading into the zone. Shot just wide. Arapahoe players got back and knocked down all of the possible pass opportunities. Comes out into the slot, but there is no Select player there for the centering pass. Arapahoe's coming down the left wing, puts the puck in for a change. Goes behind. Comes up the near side. Asher sends it ahead. Puck ends up. Arapahoe players go for a defensive zone regroup as Select changes. Bankert is in, almost got there at just the right time. Knocked that down. Oh, puck is bouncing. We need to Select to come up with a couple of these bouncing pucks. When Arapahoe makes a mistake in their own zone like that and skate over the puck, you need to have a Select player there to pick it up. Tucker Murray on the puck, gets it out to Lauerman. Lauerman reverses it to Tucker. Tucker looks up, gets it to Kinghorn. Kinghorn goes into the corner for it. Kinghorn battling, comes away with the puck, but only for a little while. Then Bankert makes a move through center ice. Got some serious puck slashing going on back there, stick slashing going on, but the puck is still in the Select zone. Arapahoe with a little offensive zone time here. Player goes D to D. Shot from a defenseman, goes well wide of the net. Puck is up there. Nice job by Bankert to intercept that. Kai Riegler has the puck. Will he get there first? He gets there. Shot. Oh, just misses the far post. Goalie came out and faced him. That was a great opportunity for Kai. Fortunately, like I said, missed the net. Puck is now just outside of this Arapahoe zone. Comes back to Nolan Rizet, sends it up to Bankert. Bankert gets to the blue line, sends it in with, comes in with speed, tries to get through the player, gets the puck back, comes out to the half board. Cipriani comes off the boards, trying to get a shot off. Puck gets slapped off of his stick. Arapahoe player with a nice dangle there, and then the second dangle gets slapped from him, goes deep into the Arapahoe zone. Player chips it out, comes out to Nolan's stick. Nolan goes hard across to Tucker. Tucker looks up, goes all the way across the other side to Brenner. Brenner looking for a shot. Needs to get those shots off. These Arapahoe players are fast. They're closing the gap really quickly. They can't be messing around. You got a lane, take the shot.
Yeah, Tucker.
Tucker Murray doing nice work there from the blue line, gets the puck down low. Battle in the corner. 3-on-2 for Arapahoe right now. Ref telling him to move the puck. The puck gets moved around behind the Arapahoe net. Player retreats. Coming through center ice, comes back on a funky stick. The next player in picks it up for Arapahoe. Offsides. I believe offsides against Arapahoe. Whistle and the refs are conversing. Select with a 5-man change. 3 minutes left in a fast-moving second period. Not a lot of whistles in this game at all. Both teams are playing really well. Not a lot of offsides, only one penalty so far. Weinreich out there to take the face-off with Asher and Harvey. Harvey does a good job of mirroring that player for Arapahoe. Player couldn't get a shot off. Puck comes to Arapahoe player. He tries to go along the boards. Puck comes back to Funky in his own zone. Sends it across to Mora. Mora has some space. He sends it ahead, but Arapahoe player read that and pinched on it. He circles in his own end. Tries to put it out in front. Nicely defended there. Garvey heading down the left wing, using his speed, gets around the player, puts the puck down low. Lauerman battling, Arapahoe player teams up on him and gets the puck. Coming through center ice, this guy looks tired. I think he's gonna, nope, he didn't dump and change. Puck comes out to Asher. Asher sends it up to Weinreich. Weinreich moving the puck ahead. He tries to get past the player, gets pinched off. Puck ends up going down low behind the Arapahoe net. Good work in there. Where's the puck? There's the puck. Puck is behind the net. Try to put it out in front. They do put it out in front, but just misses all the select sticks. Arapahoe player picks it up in a high slot and he curls out. Bankert hustling back as he normally does on the back check, gets the puck, does a slapper, looking ahead. Nope. I think he thought they had somebody curling off of the boards up there in center ice, but nobody was there. They were all getting a change, so it ends up being an icing against Mtn Select. Face-off is going to come down here to Wyatt's left. Right, sorry. Is your back getting sore too, Gretchen? 1:41 left in the second period. Still 1-0 in favor of Arapahoe. Face-off to Wyatt's right. Dylan Bankert out there. So it'd be Bankert, Lauerman, and Asher, I believe, is this forward line. Gavin Kinghorn comes away with the puck from the scrum, sends it up the boards to Riegler. Riegler gets it, sends it out to Lauerman. Lauerman coming through, trying to get out of the zone. Couldn't do it cleanly, but he does get the puck out. Puck is at our feet along the half board. Sawyer sends it ahead. Gets it up to Lauerman. Lauerman kicks it ahead to Bankert, but the other, nice, back up to Bankert again. What a tough game to keep possession in. These kids are all moving fast. Coming out to Bankert. Bankert's on his forehand. He tries to send it across to Lauerman, but it's just out of his reach. Puck's down the corner. Lauerman's battling for it. Arapahoe player sends it up the half boards. Coming out of the zone now. Good back check by Lauerman, keeping his feet moving. Catches up with the player and slaps the puck off his stick. Good save by Wyatt on the tough angle shot there. Kinghorn, look at him. Good job. Over to Sawyer. Sawyer has the puck in her skates. She sends it ahead. Bankert is there. He sends it out of the zone. Opportunity for a change for the Select program. These guys are playing well, but like I said, they need to take the shots when they're presented with them. Arapahoe players are all fast. They're closing the gaps really, really quickly. Players taking their time looking for the golden shot opportunity or getting caught. Almost the same thing with the passing. You need to move the passes a little bit more quickly. Less thinking, more quick passes. All right, 19 seconds left here. Puck is in the select zone. One back to the Arapahoe player. He gets a shot off. That gets knocked down by Popek. Shot, nice save, Wyatt. Player picked up the puck for Arapahoe at the top hash mark and gets a good wrister off, and Wyatt with a solid glove save, keep it out. 12 seconds left in the second period. Same face-off spot, Brenner to take the face-off. Arapahoe player wins it back. Puts the puck down low. Tucker Murray is there. He's got a moment. He's looking around, trying to decide what to do with it. Two players run into each other. Arapahoe player just gets a shot off on the whistle. That was a close one there for Select. But no harm, no goal, no harm. So we are still at 1-0. Arapahoe scored probably halfway through the first period, and ever since then it's been end-to-end action with good goaltending, great skating, good passing. If you pull it down. No.
Well, it's because I'm trying to change the period, and I keep trying to hit the period part, but it keeps changing the score on me. So I'm getting frustrated with it. But I have to do it. I have to hold it down and do the period. I can't tap on it, right?
Yeah, that just changes the score.
That's
Yeah, cool. And if you want to do the clock, or are you just done with it?
Reset. 14 minutes?
Yeah.
15 minutes.
15, oh.
How do I do that?
So hold on the scoreboard again, anywhere. Just hold on the scoreboard, this thing.
Hold that. Yeah, you just changed it.
I change the score. There we go.
And your fingers get.
And then if you swipe up,
It works not as well.
there's the clock.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you want to trade back, Gretchen, or do you got it? Okay.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
All right, teams change ends again. Yeah. So Arapahoe goalie will be our left. Hopefully we'll get to see in ours right in here in front of us. We'll get to see Select come up with a couple goals. So, Desmond Brenner out for the face-off. Puck is dropped. Arapahoe player comes away with it. He's coming into the zone. Gets a shot off. Whistles it well over the crossbar. Puck is bouncing around the Select zone. Arapahoe player picked that up. He gets forced wide by Tucker. Tucker with a good stick knocks the puck off his stick. Wyatt with a good save and a shot from outside. Comes up to Brenner. Brenner with some speed. Makes a nice move. He gets hauled down. Vito Cipriani collects the puck at the blue line. He sends it down low. A little pushing and shoving. The refs are definitely letting these kids play. Been a lot of contact. Cipriani gets down low. He's looking to put it out in front. He does. Popek rushes in. Oh, two chances for Popek. First one hits a skate. Cipriani goes in hard. Again, no whistle there. Comes out of the side. Popek looking to put it on Cipriani's stick. Just missed it. Cipriani comes in with the hip. Shot from the point. Oh, hits a defender and goes just wide. Funky with a good wrister there. Vito Cipriani puts it out in front for David Popek. Popek turns down for Brenner. Brenner back to Popek. Popek makes it around one player. He's got two players on him. Shot coming from Maura Burnett. Oh, the puck is deflected off of Brenner's stick. Brenner chips it towards the net. This one goes in behind. Cipriani battling for the puck down low. Arapahoe player picks the puck up and sends it out of the zone for an icing. Nope, no icing. Kept in the Vito Cipriani coming down the left wing. Two players turn. Oh, puts it across the crease just before Brenner gets there. Puck comes out. Nice move by David Mora, but he gets stripped. Arapahoe player picks the puck up. He's going through center ice. Got a good back check by Brenner. Doesn't get much of a shot off the goalie, Wyatt Jurdy, with a good save. Puck comes by Cipriani. He gets it out of the zone. Comes into the zone on... Oh, there it is. There's a chance. There's a goal for Mtn Select. David Mora gets the puck down low, puts it on net. Asher comes through and picks it up. Realizes he's got about 2.5 seconds. Moves one way, waits for the goalie to commit, and then lifts it up over the goalie's leg pad for the tying goal on the other side. What a great start to the period by this team. First two shifts for Select, they came out and dominated. It ended up with a goal for their efforts. All right, 1-1 now. Early in the third period, puck comes back. Sawyer has it. She gets to the red line and sends it in. Nope, didn't quite make it to the red line. That'll be an icing against Select. Puck is going to come all the way back down into the zone in front of Wyatt. Boy, great patience by Asher on that.
Ooh, that was
Score that goal. Puck is going to be dropped to Wyatt's right. See if Select can build some momentum off of that goal. Puck is dropped, one back by Select. Sawyer rushes back to get it, sends it D to D. Comes out of the zone. That will not be icing. That gets... Asher got there, but Arapahoe got out of the zone. Arapahoe players going down low. There's a man in the slot, but it is nicely picked up. Oh, Garvey was heading out, but the pass did not go to him. What a shot by the Arapahoe player. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. Momentum in the wrong direction on that one. A turnover at the blue line leads to the puck getting onto one of their good players' sticks. And he gets a nice shot off, just gets it inside the far post over Wyatt's shoulder and rings it in there for 2-1 now. Back to a 1-goal lead for Arapahoe. Summit's got to maintain their momentum, their energy here, see if they can get another one back and tie it up again. 12 minutes left in the third. Riegler ends up winning that stick, that puck. He's got it. Sends it across. Shot towards the net, gets slightly deflected low. Bankert goes for it, sends it out into the slot. Tucker Murray turns, sends it down low for Lauerman. Lauerman spins. Player sends him to the ice, but Lauerman comes up. Bankert is there to keep the puck in the zone, still moving it forward. Player for Arapahoe picks it up and sends it down the ice. Comes back to D. Cross D to D, goes far side. That gets intercepted by Arapahoe. Players coming in. Good shot by Wyatt. I mean, good save by Wyatt. Looked like the player was going to get a good opportunity on that, and he did, but Wyatt was solid with the glove and made the save to keep it a 1-goal deficit.
I couldn't see the puck, so
I know, I couldn't either. I was like, ah. Face off will be to Wyatt's left. One back, Brenner has it. He goes D to D, but misses the man. Comes out to Mora. Mora's got some space. He's coming out of his own zone. He sends the puck ahead. Vito Cipriani digging down. He chips it ahead, but it hits a skate and doesn't go into the zone. Arapahoe player comes away with it. It's going to be an opportunity for him. Good job on Gus Funky to come out of nowhere and get it on that player so he couldn't get a shot off. Puck comes out to Popek. Popek tries to protect the puck with his stick. Shot towards Gertie, gets knocked down. Goes into the near corner. Down low, bouncing around. Goes out, comes to the blue line for Arapahoe. Tough shot from an angle by the Arapahoe player. Gertie with the glove. No rebound. Apparently we got some pushing and shoving there. Refs step in. Face-off will be in the select zone. There is 10.5 minutes left in the third period. Again, the score is 2-1 in favor of Arapahoe. Arapahoe wins the puck back, gets a shot towards the net. Wyatt is there with the save. Player was crashing the net but couldn't get the rebound. Select is coming out of the zone. Puck is at our feet. Arapahoe player gets into the zone with some speed. Puck gets swept off of his stick. Nice work there by Kinghorn as usual. Puck is down low. Lauerman steps in, takes the puck. Arapahoe player holds on to it. Tries to move around Kinghorn. Couldn't get out of the corner. Puck comes out to the blue line. Player's on his backhand, so he spins, puts it down low again. Picked up by Select player. Oh. Weinreich tried to self-pass off the boards. Oh, no whistle. Thought Wyatt had it covered. Play is continuing. Here comes Select through the zone, right at our bottom of our feet. Garvey with a shot on net. I like that idea though. Take the shot when you have it. He had a player. Dylan Weinreich was heading down the right side. If the goalie had not been able to play that clean, he was there for the rebound. So good thinking though. Get the face off on their end, switch lines, go and get it again. So we're out there with Bankert, Riegler, and Lauerman. Puck comes out to the blue line. Shot towards the net. The rebound is picked up by the Arapahoe player. Comes out to Nolan Rize. Rize has it. He's looking up. He's got Bankert ahead of him. Just misses Bankert's stick. That'll be an icing against Select. Face off in the Select zone to Wyatt's left. Bankert line still out there. So Bankert, Kai, and Zach should be the offensive line. And a timeout is called by, looks like Select. Looks like Slava called the timeout. Get everybody back on the same page, see if they can go find themselves a goal. All right, so the beginning of that third period, whatever Slava said to him got them all fired up, got them playing fast. got themselves a goal pretty quickly, got a couple more chances out of it, and then unfortunately a turnover at a collision coming out of the blue line. It was going to be a good breakout. Ended up landing on probably, he certainly looks like one of their better players, and he came across the slot and got a wicked wrister off. Had a lot of time, picked a corner. Wyatt wasn't able to get to it, so they got their 1-goal lead back. Nine and a half minutes left in the third period. Face-off will be in the select zone. Puck is dropped. Nice job there. Shot from the point by the Arapahoe player, intercepted by a defender. He just tipped it up to Bankert, who was curling. Puck is still in the Arapahoe zone. Nolan is back to get it, who's a defender normally. He sends it across, makes a pass his man. Arapahoe is coming out of the zone, 3-on-3. Player gets forced to his backhand, sends a backhand shot towards Wyatt, and they blow a whistle. Did you think that the goalie had it? Looks that way. Thought for a second there was some random penalty that I didn't see. All right, face-off is going to be in the select zone again. Looks like it might be the Brenner line. I can't quite tell right now. Puck goes in deep. Maura Burnett gets it to Brenner. Brenner sends it around to Popek, just a little bit out of his reach, so the Arapahoe player is able to hold it at the blue line. Sends it D to D. Arapahoe player looking for a shot, puts it over the top of the net. Popek battling for it. Brenner sends it to Popek. Popek goes diagonally across their own zone. Luckily, nobody from Arapahoe is there to pick that up. Puck goes into the zone. Knocked down by Popek. Popek with a backhander. Goalie makes a good save on it. Defender falls down, but unfortunately, select players have peeled off. We're unable to take advantage of that turnover. Arapahoe player comes out of the zone with speed. Shot gets partially deflected, goes over the top of the net. Maura Burnett battling for it, comes away with it. He looks up, sends it up to Popek. Popek ahead to Brenner. Brenner's heading down the right side. The kid's got speed and a shot. Looking for an opportunity. Player dives and knocks the puck away from him. Vito Cipriani tries to put it out in front blind, hoping that Popek was going to be there, but he hadn't quite gotten there yet, so the Arapahoe players pick it up and come out of the zone with speed now. They go down low. A couple players fall. Looks like we might be a penalty against Vito Cipriani on the collision there. About the last 7:44 left in this game. 2-1 in favor of Arapahoe. Power play going to Arapahoe. All right, very, very important minute and a half here in this game. And the face-off is going to be down. Well, they always do that with penalties anyway. They put the face-off down in the offending team zone. Okay. Arapahoe player puts it out in front, gets it out to the blue line. Shot goes well wide. Player retrieves it, tries to get out in front. Good save there by Wyatt to come across. Make the first save. Next player whiffed on it. Wyatt covers. There's a chance that a Arapahoe player might have taken a penalty, and now he's yapping at the select bench as he goes by. Okay, now we're going to play 4-on-4 for a minute 16. Face-off's now going to come down in the Arapahoe zone. Looks like we are out there with Asher and Dylan Weinreich and Kinghorn and Sawyer. Puck comes out. Kinghorn couldn't quite keep it at the blue line. He has to retreat. He circles, spins on his own, sends it ahead to Asher. Asher sends it down low. Weinreich after it. Sent all the way around. Sawyer pinches. Good pinch, Sawyer. Kept it in, covered back by Asher. Oh, Sawyer whiffed on the attempt to dump it, but she wins the battle to go and get it. She's looking up. She's got it down low, trying to win the puck. Player comes in, Weinreich is there. Sawyer still battling hard. Comes out to Weinreich's stick. Weinreich couldn't get the crossing pass off as the Arapahoe player got a stick on his stick. Here comes Arapahoe out of the zone. Again, it's 4-on-4 hockey right now. Arapahoe looking like, oh, Wyatt Jurdy overcommitted to one side, but he came back with his glove and gloved that wrist shot. Yeah, he is. All right, there's now 25 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Well, that will lead to about 10 seconds of power play time for Select. 20 seconds of power play time for Select.
Oh, shit.
Arapahoe player got a quick shot off from the face-off that went wide of the net. Wyatt had a good beat on it though. Puck comes across to Tucker, sends it up. Here comes Weinreich coming into the speed. Lauerman sends a pass across, picked up, shot by Garvey. Goalie makes a good blocker save by the shot by Garvey. Garvey slows down the clearing attempt, but the next player in sends it out of the zone. All right, 12 seconds of power play time. Bankert gets through a couple players to the blue line. Player dives, knocked the pass down. Bankert just couldn't quite keep a hold of that puck. That is sent the length, nope. That is sent up into the Arapahoe bench. All the penalties are over, 5-on-5 hockey now. About 6 minutes left in the third. Score is still 2-1 in favor of Arapahoe. Whew. Dylan Bankert can take the face-off. Arapahoe player retreats, sends it over. Kai Riegler battling for it. Arapahoe player strips it from him. Picked up. Comes out of the zone, ends up on Mora's stick. He sends it D-to-D nicely. Goes into the Arapahoe zone again. Arapahoe player's looking. Sends a diagonal pass. That is picked up by Mora Burnett again. His pass is intercepted. Arapahoe player carries it into the zone. Gets a shot on on Wyatt. Wyatt makes a save. Lauerman has it, sends it up to Bankert. Bankert's coming out of the zone with speed now. Great pass across to Kai Riegler. Kai couldn't quite control it, loses the body battle to get it. Bankert is there, puck goes down low to Kai. Kai turns, spins out of it, gets it out in front, puck's bouncing around. Oh, shot coming from Mora Burnett. Popek's in, he's going for the puck. Player comes back, strips it off of his stick, and then sends it the length of the ice for an icing against Arapahoe. Just under 5 minutes left in this third period. I don't know if the players are feeling it, but all the parents up here in the stands are feeling it. Desi Brenner to take the face off, paired up with Cipriani and Popek on his wings. Kinghorn and Sawyer on defense. Puck is won back by Brenner, but Cipriani had gone forward in the hopes that he would get it. Brenner carries it down low. Cipriani goes in to help him out, but the player is able to dish it around behind his own net. Puck comes up to the blue line. Sawyer couldn't quite keep it in, but Popek picks it up, makes a nice move, gets across the blue line, makes another nice move, looking for an opportunity to shoot. Shoots, goalie makes a save. Sawyer keeps it in on the clearing attempt. Sawyer with a good wrister. That snakes through. It snakes through the goalie. Sawyer Roman with a wrister to tie the game up. Good pressure by this group to keep the puck in on the forecheck and get a couple opportunities. First couple saves were made by the goalie, but like I said, that puck came out kind of to the top of the circle. Sawyer took one step, got a good wrister off. I don't know if it was deflected in front by our player or if we just got through the player clean, but either way, it went into the net, and it's now 2-2 with 4 minutes left. Let's see if Select can keep Arapahoe from coming up with an answering goal quickly. Picked off by Popek at the blue line, comes out to Brenner. Brenner's coming into the zone. He goes wide. He's got a stick out in front. Oh, that one gets just slightly deflected down. Kinghorn had pinched in and just couldn't quite get a stick on it. Popek with the puck. with the reverse hit. Brenner moving forward. Brenner still moving forward. Arapahoe player sends it into the corner. Popek on the forecheck, almost gets it. Popek cross to Cipriani. Cipriani shot kind of rolled off his stick. No shot to the net. Goes over Popek in the far corner. He sends it out to the blue line. Tucker sends it ahead. Next guy up is a Arapahoe player. Arapahoe's not coming out 3-on-2. They look tired though. Let's see if they can keep him from getting a shot off here. Player's got a shot. Whoa, just goes wide of the post. That was too exciting for me right there. Comes out front. Oh, good save by Wyatt on, sorry. Puck comes out of the zone. Arapahoe player chips it ahead. Picked up by Select. Select carries it forward. Comes in. Desi Brenner looking for a shot. Sends a shot. Oh, just couldn't quite settle that one down, and it goes across right in front of Weinreich's skates, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Puck comes up through center ice. Comes out of the zone, in the zone, offsides against Arapahoe. Man, so that goalie made a glove save, and we had a player coming across the crease, and it rolled across in front of the player's skates, but he couldn't get his stick on it to just poke it in there. 2:30 left in this third period. Score is 2-2. Puck is dropped. Nicely won. Moving ahead. Weinreich gets poked just before he gets to the blue line and puts himself offsides. Face-off will be in center ice, just side of the Arapahoe zone. Puck is dropped. One forward, one back. That'll be offsides. Nope. Ref missed that one. Shot towards the net. Goalie makes a save. Covers it up at the last second, just as Weinreich was heading in. Arapahoe players take offense to the fact that the goalie was hovering over this puck just as Weinreich got there. So Weinreich did what he was supposed to. No whistle, puck's lying there, so he takes a swing at it. Arapahoe players, like they're supposed to, stick up for their goalie. All right. Asher, Weinreich, and Garvey. No. Arapahoe player wins it forward. Garvey almost gets it off of him, but he ends up losing it. Bouncing puck is knocked down by Weinreich. Puck goes in, back out, face-off will be just outside of the select zone. 2:19 left in the game. 2-2. Oh, I just noticed his hat.
I know.
Face-off will be just outside of the select zone. One back by Bankert. Good job by Lauerman to keep after that puck. Sends it up to the blue line, but it doesn't come out. Still not, now it finally comes out. We have a player going forward, sends it down low, going in towards the goalie. He watches it go by. Goes into the slot. Oh! Riegler did a good job of winning that puck and getting it out into the slot. Comes out Banker with the puck, sends it out to the blue line. Shot by Maura Burnett, gets tipped just wide of the post. Riegler after it, sends it down low for Lauerman. Lauerman getting run into, getting mauled by a couple players there. Riegler after it. Arapahoe player comes out. He's skating through center ice. Gets it to one of their good guys. He sends it across. Good timing there by Gavin Kinghorn. Puck goes into the corner. Puck comes up to the blue line. Player on him. He gets a shot towards the net. Wyatt Jurdy just covers that up. Good call, Wyatt. 1:20 left in the game. At this point, everybody is stressed out except for all these little kids over here playing tag. They don't care what their big brothers and sisters are doing. Face-off will be in the select zone to Wyatt's right. Puck is dropped. Arapahoe wins it back. That shot gets knocked down by Popek's shin pad. Sawyer has it, sends it around behind the net. Coming out of the zone, see if they can complete. Yep, they come out of the zone with speed. Puck comes up onto Popek's stick. He sends it towards the net. Hits the iron and bounces kind of funny. Sawyer pinches. Players coming through. Good stick there by Vito Cipriani. He gets it out of the zone. Bounces off a couple players, goes back in for an offsides against Arapahoe. 51 seconds left in the game. Brenner to take the face off. Cipriani and Popek with him. Sawyer and Gavin Kinghorn on defense. Brenner gets waved out. Popek taking it now. No, Brenner's still in there. I'm sorry, misread that. Arapahoe player wins it forward, but Sawyer leans on him and knocks him down. Sawyer leans on the next player, knocks him down. He loses his stick. Puck is sent up this side to Cipriani. Cipriani gets to the red line. Kinghorn sends it further down, didn't get far enough. Cipriani battling hard. 30 seconds left in the game now. Puck comes up to a Arapahoe player. He's coming out of the zone. Sends it across to his teammate. Gets it back. Oh, good defense there by young Mr. Tucker Murray. 19 seconds. Comes back into the Arapahoe zone. Arapahoe player picks it up, sends it out. Picked up by Kinghorn. Kinghorn chips it back into the Arapahoe zone. 8 seconds left. Arapahoe player sends it off the glass in deep. One last face-off in the Arapahoe zone. Should be right here in front of us to their goalie's right. Maybe we will have an opportunity to see some last-minute glory by a select player. All right. Tucker and Nolan on defense. Desi Brenner to take the face-off. Popek and Cipriani. Comes back to Popek. Popek with a shot. What a save by the goalie with the leg pass at the last second. I like that play off, that face-off play. All right, I will happily take a come-from-behind tie against this team. That was a great hockey game. Nice to see the select players dig down and come up with some goals and tie it as they go. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Good luck going forward. Yeah, maybe we'll see you guys in the playoffs. All right, nice couple from Arapahoe. Number 17 on that team was their son. Yeah, so both teams will collect a point, which might be the difference between playoffs or not. Certainly way better than a loss. Again, big credit to the Select program for coming up, scoring 2 crucial goals to tie the game up. Wyatt Jurdy with a fantastic game in net. And the rest of the team played well, moving their feet, making the passes, making it happen. They looked really good. Didn't really have to look like they needed to shake off the rust at all. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Thanksgiving day, turkey, whatever it is. And first game tomorrow is awfully early. I don't think it's going to be me. I'm going to go home and work. But I appreciate you tuning in. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Not a bad start. Again, if you're going to tie, the best way to tie is to come from behind tie. Give you some momentum going forward. So have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody.